Yep.
Hello there, Gia.
Hello,
You got me
Keisha.
stuttering now.
Just say yeah.
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 How's it
So
going there, Gia?
it's all right. We were trying to give each other shoes offline, but we decided we'd wait and try to give each other shoes in your presence,
With
fine
witnesses,
listeners.
because the question Gia asked me was hilarious. I don't even think you have to know me or have seen me to understand how
Well, that's why
hilarious
I'm
this
trying to
question
unload
is.
these shoes. I asked, would she wear a pair of heels? Because I don't know. She's in more of a grown-up job than I'm in, and I ended up with this pair of heels, and they're brand spanking new, and they're terribly uncomfortable, and I
Yeah,
will never
sure.
wear them.
Nor would
But
I, Gia.
they're attractive. They're 8.5s.
Well, if either of us decides to perhaps become a lying, duplicitous whore,
We
perhaps,
might need them. Well, I wouldn't
hold on
say
to the
they're
heel.
even. These
They're
aren't
not
very
whorish.
sexy. They're an attractive slingback. They're grown up looking.
See, I don't even use the word slingback ever. So already you're more qualified to own these
I
shoes.
like using words like that. I just can't
And
wear them.
pencil skirt, would you wear the slingbacks with your pencil skirt?
Exactly. That would be divine. That would be perfect.
And then
Yeah,
you would
but I
shatter the
can't.
glass ceiling, wouldn't you?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I
I like.
can't either. I
I'm
do have
so
a real job, but
inappropriate.
I'm in my jammies.
Yeah,
So
it's the online thing. I went to a party yesterday, and then we could talk about hospital in a minute. But this is just to illustrate how inappropriately addressed I am for everything. So
Same.
we go to a party, and it's we're invited. It's like some musicians, and it's like their studio area, and there's going to be a couple bands playing, and they're going to have food, whatever. So I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
cool. I don't even think twice about it. So
Oh
I
no,
show
I
up, and
already don't like where this is going.
I'm just wearing like what I was wearing, which is like I was wearing like oversized khaki overall shorts.
I knew they were going to
And
be overalls.
yeah, but they're shorts. They're shorts. And then the top is this kind of sweet looking, like almost looks like something my mother would have worn. It's like striped, but it also has like a floral pattern on top.
Uh-huh. Oh, I can
It's
picture
kind of
that. Yep. Yep.
yeah, it's kind of sweet. Like the pocket has the floral pattern. I
Oh
don't I,
yeah.
I don't think twice about this. I don't think I even brush my hair. It's like you know. So and then and Crocs. And Crocs.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Any one of
Yeah,
those things, that's like
I
three
know. I know. Should
strikes.
like
That's
knock me
three
out of the
strikes,
running.
Gia.
But so we show up and everybody's just like cool musician, either cool musician or like biker, Harley looking gear. And I'm like, I look like I just, should be waiting outside of the library for, the bus to come by or something. I mean, I don't even, like, I just couldn't have looked more out of place. It was too funny. I was like, oh, maybe I should have looked in the mirror or something. I don't know.
Well, I
I
forget to look in the mirror too, but I don't know if you would have needed a mirror to help you understand what was going
what
on.
was wrong with that? Like, but that's just like what I wear.
Oh man.
Anyway, people weren't mean to me or anything, so it was all right. But okay, General
They
Hospital.
weren't
So
mean
what
to
did
you.
you
Did they even approach you?
say? No, not really. Now that you mention it.
Oh, poor Gia.
Well, it was loud. There was really loud music playing. It was kind of a
Uh-huh.
rock. It's kind
Well,
of a rock scene, more of a rock scene.
maybe they thought you were wearing your outfit ironically, but I don't think that sort of thing is ever worn
No, I think you
ironically.
could tell that I wasn't
People who wear
being
that
ironic.
stuff don't understand what irony is. So.
I was going for comfort, like no waist, no
Uh-huh.
socks, no, that kind of a thing.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
okay. If you're done laughing at me, let's talk about General Hospital. Oh, and
Okay.
also
Yeah.
before I forget, shout out to we had a nice recommendation that and I think it's
Yeah.
aimed
That's
at
right.
me. because I'm always
Uh-huh.
looking
Okay.
for a new show.
Right. Right.
Somebody was recommending House with
Mhm. Mhm.
what's it, Hugh Laurie, and
Yes, yes. And you've watched House, haven't you,
I
Gia?
have. I've never watched it like in order or anything. I just
Uh-huh.
random episodes here and there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do enjoy him, so
Yeah.
that might be a good one to
Yeah. And the
go back
two or
to.
three times where we've cited House on this show, it was a while back, but it was usually in reference to mysterious cases that ultimately are traced back to a tick that's embedded in the pubic hair of the
In pubic
patient.
hair. Yeah, that's usually yeah. Well, you'd miss it there, wouldn't you? You know?
I guess generally you would. Yeah. Is it there? Oh God. I
You
don't think
know,
we needed to drink tonight.
unless you have a very avid partner, Yes.
Oh. And I hope some of you do. I
I
think
would
that would
hope
be
you
great to
do.
have an avid partner.
We take muzzle tov.
What's your secret?
It's not keeping ticks in your
Do you
pubic hair.
bury candy down there?
I have to say it's got to be in spite of the ticks buried in your pubic hair. Not
No, no, you're right. It wouldn't be because of the tip.
how in the world have we gotten off to this very bad start? God.
Very bad.
Uh,
This is like almost one of the worst starts ever, I think. And probably for
that's
those of
okay.
you keeping score at home,
Yeah.
there's
No,
plenty of competition
yeah.
for our
I
worst
think it
start.
was worse the other day when you went to fix a drink and I just talked by myself for a while.
No,
That
that
was
was
pretty bad.
poor Gia. That wasn't right to do that to you. I would have handled it far worse. I would have probably started
No,
to cry a little bit.
I'm anybody that wants to get their cocktail on, I'm all for it. So
Yeah,
I felt like I took the hit. But
yeah, you did,
anyway,
and I appreciate that support,
all
that
right.
level of support.
Let's think about Friday and today.
Okay,
And
okay, I did. Yeah,
and
sorry.
once again we've had annoying outside news about everything that's
Yes,
going. That
yes.
annoys me so much that we have
Me
to.
too. Me too. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay. But yes,
Um,
we'll put a pin in that for the moment because if we don't, I will forget what happened on Friday.
okay. Well, you start
Okay.
because I don't remember what happened on Friday.
Okay. On Friday, sort of our vision for the parentage of the children came true. It
Oh,
was
right,
realized.
right. Yeah,
We
right.
and I loved, maybe love is too strong a word, but I really enjoyed the conversation between Dante and Jason because it sort of illustrated that men don't have to be assholes, you know?
Yeah, they were both very level-headed and
No ego, right? No
exactly. They
ego.
were ego free and
Yeah, yeah.
I think that is a good thing about Jason when he's at his best.
Mhm,
I know I
mhm.
rag on him a lot, but I do feel like he and Dante were both quite selfless
Yeah,
in that conversation. And
yeah.
Friday overall, now it's coming back to me. I feel like we had a lot of like bonding moments on Friday
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah.
overall, which was
Mhm,
kind of
yeah,
nice.
we did, that's true, yeah, and, well, I'm glad you acknowledged that about Jason, I appreciate that, because, I'm his representative here,
Right here on Earth, yeah. Yeah.
or at least in this podcast,
Yeah.
but also, yeah, I think neither he nor Dante would really, in their heart of hearts, want to live at the Quartermaine mansion, right? They would
No, I
only
mean,
do
who
that for the
would?
sake of their kids,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But it seems like hilarity could ensue with all of these people under
Yeah,
that
that's why
roof.
I'm wondering if that's what they're doing. They're gonna have to bring Monica back in, because won't she be like over the moon with Jason moving in?
Well,
Oh my
that's the
God.
thing. Yes, she would be, but I don't think she's ever gonna appear
Is
again.
she
So it's
not
gonna.
able to appear again? Oh,
I don't think so, and that's very heartbreaking because
yeah,
like you said, she would be the happiest of anybody to have Jason back home.
yeah.
So it's too bad that they weren't
I
able to.
wonder. I wonder why they don't. If they know that, or maybe it's just not settled yet as far as her
Yeah.
situation or contract or whatever. But if
Hmm.
you knew that somebody wasn't going to be able to be on the show anymore, wouldn't
Yeah.
you work that exit into your plot and mine it for all it's worth and have her pass away as a character?
You would
And
think, or at least have her, like, let her have sort of her swan song, and
yeah, yeah, have a big retrospective and
yeah, I mean, God, if anybody deserves that, I think it's Monica, you know?
I mean, wouldn't that be nice for her to have while she's alive and able
Yeah,
to enjoy it rather than
yeah,
waiting until she really passes away and
yeah,
um,
and maybe they could have her on, like, either in bed or in a wheelchair or something. I don't know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but
I don't even know
still,
what her health situation is, but that's too bad that she couldn't.
yeah, yeah,
But anyway, I was just thinking like, oh my God, she kind of reminds me a little bit of how Nina was with Willow initially, where she's like,
yeah,
oh, just
yeah.
like, oh, I just want to like,
So
get
hungry
my
for
yeah,
the
get my
yeah,
hooks in you, but I know
yeah,
that I will scare you
yeah.
away.
Right,
Um,
right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough position for a
but
parent.
yeah, that
I've
was
never had that feeling, but yes, I can imagine that would be
yes, you have. I'm sure you have. Let me just hug your neck. You know that
Uh,
saying? I think that's a very southern saying. Well, let me just
I
hug
like
your
that.
neck.
It's cute. It's very
Um,
evocative.
I thought it was funny when Scout, offers up that, well, like Drew has already said that he's leaving me behind when he goes to
I know.
Washington, and that's so it's fine with him.
Yeah, of course. Big
Yeah,
surprise, Scout.
yeah, shocker.
Yeah. I bet he didn't even hesitate.
Yeah, like of course you can stay here. I'll be unencumbered to,
I thought you were staying here.
yeah.
Oh
Uh,
God, awful
So,
Drew.
that was one, bonding moment, and we also
Yep.
had and I don't know how I felt about this. It was a bonding moment between, Molly and, Christina, but it was sort of like bonding over their shared need for vengeance.
Yeah, their shared need for vengeance. And initially, Molly didn't seem like she was really wrestling with the idea of testifying in a way that would make Christina look bad, you know?
Right, right. Yeah, she sort of turned during that episode and
Yeah,
then sort of
yeah.
turned on her father, and it didn't seem like
Right.
she had until that point.
Right, right. Yeah. So
Um,
that was all a little bit, I don't know, rocky.
yeah, um and we had TJ show up after being hounded by Aunt Stella.
Who really got up in his face in
She
that
got right up in
scene.
his snout, yeah,
Yeah.
and he went back to how we'd mentioned that we kind of like found him a little more likable or whatever
Yep.
recently,
Yep.
but then he
Mhm.
went back to that like ugly face that he does.
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
that sort of weird ugly grimace that
Yeah, and also sort of needing to have Stella break it down for him that,
yeah, yeah,
Molly
yeah,
said one thing but probably meant or felt another.
yeah,
I
like
don't know.
here's the big book that explains like what
How to
women
be a
really need.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a person. Hey, wasn't Grimace, was that a character from the McDonald's crew? Grimace.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
Was it
because
that big purple thing?
I think so. Let me see. Am I gonna have to Google Grimace? I can't imagine what's
Grimace.
gonna show up in my feed now.
Hmm.
Mm. You always set me up to have.
You think it's
Yeah,
like grimace, like they really mean like grimace, like that look on your face when you're sort of frowning, like it's a very expressive frown.
yeah, I think so. Yep, it was a big purple guy, and there's a Grimace milkshake.
I wonder why they named him that. Kind of weird,
I don't
huh?
know. Yeah,
Grimace.
it seems like he should be a Muppet. Like that's a good name for a Muppet.
Yeah.
This is a good
Um,
part of our conversation. I hope you all hung in there long enough to get here.
While my brain drifts off like a balloon,
And I'm thinking
untethered.
milkshake.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
then
it.
I'm
It's
like,
caught in a branch. It's caught in a branch, Gia.
milkshake.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, another bonding moment. I don't know. We might have forgotten something having to do with Molly and TJ or whatever. But I kind of enjoyed ultimately the meeting between Mac, Felicia, and Sasha.
Oh yeah, that was another sweet. Yeah, it was all people were being kind of good intentioned all around town.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I thought like initially it seemed a little bit, I don't know, forced or something, but then it sort of they finally I thought established a nice sort of rapport with Sasha where
Yeah,
it
they
was
sort of
really
hit their stride. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it seemed like they really were sincerely hoping that, that they could help her basically, and
Yeah,
Phil.
I think that all three of those characters they're all like really good people. Like that's a
Yeah.
table of good people there that don't
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
they don't aim to hurt anybody.
Right.
They have the best intentions generally, I
Mhm.
think.
Mhm. Yep, they have nice love in their hearts. They're sort of
Yeah.
generous, Even though Mac, can be a little bit guarded, but
He can be a little patriarchal, old-fashioned or something
yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
but
But
in a curmudgeonly, like fatherly way.
yeah, like and he would be there for you no matter what.
Right. He would change your
Once
tire,
yeah,
whatever.
I could use somebody like that, not just to search for
Flat
ticks
tire.
in my areas, but to
Yeah, yeah.
fix
You
a
know,
tie.
I was taught to change a flat tire, and I've had like two instances where I've been in cars with flats, and
Really?
yeah, over the years. I mean, this has been a long, long time, but
Yeah.
I don't have the physical strength even to achieve. Like, I think
Yeah.
probably these days the tools you get to do those things are much better.
Maybe.
But I don't
I
think
don't
I could have
know.
achieved it anyway. You
No,
know
I didn't tell you, but I had a blowout recently.
what? Oh my God! Did you go
Luckily,
careening off the highway or something? And
no, luckily it wasn't on the highway, wasn't going super well, not even fast. The kid was in the car with me.
oh no!
And there was luckily also nobody behind me, so when the whole like rubber part of the tire flew off, it didn't
The
hit
whole thing
anybody.
came off.
The
Oh
whole
my
thing came
God!
off. Yeah, and I thought, well, between the two of us, we can't fix this. So we were about like 4 or 5 miles from the garage, which is like half a mile from my house. So I just drove on the wheel, the rim, till we got to the
Oh,
garage.
oh God!
Totally destroyed that,
I was gonna
but
say, so that must have done that in, yeah.
yeah. So long story
God,
short, I have 4 new tires and, and new rims.
it was time apparently to.
Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to drive on your snow tires year round.
No, I think that doesn't get you the best mileage or anything either. Good
No, I
idea.
know, but
Yeah.
who can swap out tires, twice a year? That's
I don't know. I
not a
think you'd
not a
take you
Rockefeller.
somewhere. But anyway, well, that's scary. I'm glad you weren't hurt. I've
Yeah.
only had one blowout. I was with the old man, and we're like sailing down the highway, like
Oh man, that was oh yeah.
60 or so, and yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it was a little scary. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yikes.
but I had the old man, so he managed to get that little baby tire on there and
Yeah, yeah.
get
Okay.
us to safety. It was okay,
That
but that was a
that's
million
good.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, I think Mac would change your tire, so
I
call him
think so.
next time.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
that was
yeah, that
another
was nice.
bonding moment. Yeah, what else
Yeah.
did we have Friday?
I think
Oh, well, this wasn't bonding, but did we have the original Michael approaching Curtis at Vulva?
oh, we
Vul-
did have the
Vul-
original Michael.
can't
Yes.
say the name of that gym now because you ruined it for everyone.
I have. I ruined it or whoever named it ruined it.
Volvo Ninos.
They
Volvo
were thinking people are
Nino.
going to shorten this to vulva. How could they not have thought that?
There's so much merch I'd like to have made up for you, but I feel like it would get you in trouble. Like later, I thought I can't have a T-shirt made up for you with turning woods for all your coma needs. You know, like people would be like, no doubt you would run into somebody in your town that would be like, my sister's in a coma, and I find that in very bad taste. You know, there would be something that you would be.
You think I'd get a black mark for that?
I think you might. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'd still wear it, Gia.
Not everybody. I know that's the problem because I've seen some of the T-shirts you will wear.
I like expressing myself through a t-shirt.
A T-shirt. Yeah.
I like to let a T-shirt do the talking, you know.
Anyway, um, but yeah, or had they already had that conversation? I can't
No,
remember.
no, no. You're right. We did have the first part where
Okay.
I thought Michael came on way too strong. It's like you know,
Oh,
I
did you? I liked that side of Michael. I was
did.
happy to see that.
Did
Yeah.
you? I was feeling like I wanted to continue to be sympathetic towards Michael, and when the way he was sort of talking to Curtis, I wasn't feeling it. I felt like he was back in his like corporate mode, which I don't enjoy as
Oh,
much. You know what I mean?
yeah, he was. I was like, oh, all right, he's gone to the dark side.
Well, yeah,
You
that's
know.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I like
Hmm.
that when people do that, and maybe you don't. That's
Well,
the difference, right? Like I was like, you double down on it, Michael. You go. You're like, yeah. He just like you can see he's like he can barely
yeah,
like spit out Drew's name without
yeah,
he's just filled with venom now to
yeah,
skewer Drew, and I'm so there for that, which
yeah.
is is bad and wrong of me, I guess.
No, no. I mean, and you're kind of right because that is how he would feel. You know.
Yeah, and he's like a cat toying with a mouse, because he
Yeah.
just keeps giving everybody a chance to fess
Right.
up to having
Right.
done more than the one kiss, and it all keeps being like, and we kissed the one time, and there were Fourth of July fireworks, and he's like, oh yeah,
Yep.
just the one kiss then, right? He keeps
Yep.
like,
Yep.
and you can see he's just like he's so the disgust is just
Yeah.
dripping off
Oh,
him.
palpable. Yeah, he just he
Yeah,
doesn't have a good poker face, really. If anyone was paying attention to his
yeah.
face, they would be like, "Whoopsie, this
Yeah,
guy's
and
no."
yeah, and
Yeah.
Drew's so like, "Oh yeah, man. Oh great to oh great. Okay." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Drew, you
Yeah.
are just gonna get it
Yeah.
right where the sun doesn't shine shortly, and
Yep.
it's
That's gonna be sweet.
we're gonna be there for it, and that's wrong." I don't know.
Yeah.
Did people remember when were you a Dallas fan?
No, I didn't
JR.
really dabble in those nighttime soaps.
Oh, okay. Well, what example can I use of like a character that you love to hate and it's so deliciously
Yeah,
evil?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's a long time ago, the JR, but
Right. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, and
but yeah,
Drew
that like
is definitely that guy.
when he got shot, it was kind of
Mhm.
like everybody enjoyed it so, but
Uh-huh.
um
Uh-huh.
and then you think, what's wrong with me? Why am I enjoying this?
Let's not pull on that thread.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then
So
of course it was nice that Michael recorded it because weren't you thinking, oh, you better be recording this, you know?
yeah, I didn't realize that he had. I must have turned away when he was setting that phone
No,
up.
I don't think we saw it get set up, but you
Oh,
know, it
okay.
just seemed like that would have been the smart thing to do, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. And then today, and he plays that, and so
Yeah,
now Curtis is like, all
for
right,
Curtis. Yeah, that's a bummer for Curtis to sort of know he's just sort of a pawn at the end of the
yep,
day, you
yep,
know.
yep. Um, and everybody that's kind of been on Drew's side, like Jordan, they're all going to be a little bit um,
Yeah.
blown away, I think, when all this
Yeah.
garbage comes out about how
Yeah.
Drew's behaved. All the not just the like having the little affair, but all the
Mhm.
blackmailing and the slimy, scuzzy stuff he's been doing.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. Did did Drew tell Curtis that he had slept with Willow? I couldn't remember if he told him
I
everything.
don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think so. I think at that point when he spoke to Curtis, he hadn't yet.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right because I think if Curtis knew everything, I think he would have been more
Oh
willing to
yeah,
listen to
right.
Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that had happened yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Um,
And so, can we talk about how now we know that Michael, the character, is exiting the show?
yeah, I'm
And we know
sad
that
about
because the
that.
headlines are everywhere. Do you think they're just toying with us, just messing with us? Like,
I
What do you
don't
guys think?
think
I
so.
didn't
It
read
seemed like
any articles, but
I didn't read the articles, but some of the sources seemed reliable
like seem
enough.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that seems like really unfortunate timing to me now that he's really got his storyline, you
Yeah,
know.
I know. I was like, his story is heating up here. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe he's just got maybe it's something going on in his life, or he's got a better offer
Maybe.
somewhere or something. But
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a baby too, right? So maybe
I
he
think
wants
so.
to.
I don't know.
And I guess if he and Willow, if they're really going to crash and burn, then they could write it in that he's leaving town or something, you know.
Maybe he and Sasha will run off together to have that baby, because that was the other thing we saw Sasha like
Right, yeah.
ridiculously pull out her test out of her
Enormous
bag on it.
pregnancy
Yeah,
test, yeah.
yeah,
It should have been the size of a shoebox.
yeah, yeah.
Although apparently I need big cues like that.
I guess you do. Yeah, you missed some stuff.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, while we're ragging on little details, if we can back
Mhm.
up. Beep,
Sure.
beep, beep. Back to the scene with Dante and Jason and the kids.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so that scene starts with Dante and the kids in the breakfast nook or whatever the hell that room is.
Yeah. Right,
And
right.
he's made like French toast sticks or something, and
Yeah.
everybody's,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then Jason comes in, and the children are like sent away without their French toast to eat. Like they just have to get up and go play whatever game, because
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, another solution would be Dante and Jason go into another
Right,
room,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
or the children
Mhm.
carry their plates with them.
Mhm.
Or, I just thought,
Yeah.
would these writers have a real life or have children, or, or do they eat? Like, would they? It just was so awkward. It was so awkwardly
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and we just hate it when anyone walks away from food or drink.
Yeah, well,
Just
I was a
just
rabid little
know
girl.
that.
You wouldn't have parted me from French toast
Yeah.
that easily. Not without a fight, you know.
Like to have Jason like pick you up around the waist and your legs
I know.
kicking and
Yeah, I would have like held the
or
plate
go limp
as he
like a
carried me out. Yeah.
protester.
It just seems so. It was one of those things that took me out of the story
Yeah,
and
and
could
it,
have
it
been
would take
smoothed over
zero
so
effort.
easily. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I have to wonder, do the actors notice this, and do they go, "Hey, man, like, could they maybe take the French toast with them?" Like, can you see somebody like,
Right.
or they'd be like, "I don't want the Kelly Monaco, treatment."
Right. I'm going to keep my
Maybe
mouth
she made a
shut.
suggestion like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's how
But
soap life works on Friends. You piss the writers off, you're out.
do you did you notice that, or were
Yeah,
you
I
not amused
did.
that you did? Yeah,
No,
see what
I
I mean?
did.
So
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
that
Yeah.
was
And
weird.
a lot of times and not just on hospital, but on TV shows where like they start a meal and suddenly they get up and go.
Then
Even
they go,
Friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
or they
You
bring
know,
them a drink at a bar, and then they're out of
and then
there, and then yeah.
yeah. So that's always jarring, I think,
And
and
I'm like, and
unnecessary.
it may have been, back in the day when you got swill for $1.50, but when you're buying a
Hmm.
$8, $9, $10 craft beer, you're not going to walk away
Yeah.
without a fight again.
So in your soap opera, there would be a lot more fighting.
I guess I would just be fired because I'd be suggesting
Yeah.
that, like, allow me to take my
You'd be
drink
like,
across the
cut,
room with
cut.
her. Like,
Can we cut? Why isn't Scout finishing her breakfast?
can Scout please take her French toast with her? And and she almost made me cry when she was so worried about spilling on the floor, and
And that's real too. That feeling
that
of
was
being a
real.
little
Yeah,
kid, not knowing really that whether or not it's
yeah,
actually a big deal.
the consequence. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, all
That was
effective. That
those
stuff.
things were
Those
good. Those things were
Yeah, the
good.
kids are good. Jason Dante, awesome.
Yeah, but French toast.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let them eat it. If you're gonna
yeah,
serve it, let them eat it.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Anything else from Friday that was big or consequential or?
I think. Well, I guess we had some of Lulu working on
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
her
What the
her.
hell?
What the hell?
What the hell with this staff?
Yeah,
Like, and the allowing the uncle to direct what's going on with this
yeah.
niece without, it's like, and where is Laura in
Her
all of this?
absence couldn't be more glaring right
Yeah,
now.
it's so
You
weird.
know. Yeah, especially, I mean, honestly, after the tragedy of Sam, the
Yeah.
urgency of all of this, like she's suddenly just going to say, oh, well, Lulu's going to be fine now. I don't need to check
Yeah,
on
I
her,
know I know
you know.
Cyrus is with her, and
And she wouldn't like that, right? She was
no, no,
suspicious.
she's spoken to him
So,
sternly over and over about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think she would have left a note with Turning Woods that he was not
Yeah, like
on the,
pictures, like they do at schools, like
yeah,
these are the people not allowed to
yeah,
take this child away, which is so
at
sad that they
all.
have to do that. But they
Yeah,
do. They
yeah,
have pictures of like, do
yeah,
not let this person, take
yeah.
my child home. This is not their parent, that kind of
Right, right.
crap.
Explicit instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's sloppy. But Lulu being she seems like she's got a lot of grit, a lot of moxie,
She
and
does, and yeah, she is still being more reminiscent. Also, it's just like her hair is a little more like the
yeah,
original Lulu, so
yeah,
she's got more of
yeah.
that vibe going on. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So she's
Um,
apparently able to get herself fit, in her room
yeah, she
without.
was massaging her leg muscles a little bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
I was a little bit triggered by the hospital grippy socks. I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
see,
Yeah.
I've seen enough of those. I'm sure everybody has,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
you have an elderly parent in your life, you'll end up with a bunch of those grippy socks at
Grippy
some point.
socks. Yep.
Yeah, and you won't, and you should just throw them out. Don't let them make you cry.
The
Don't
poor.
don't be that like well that Yankee thing in you that's like, well, those are good for something. I don't know.
Yeah, did you bring home a bunch of those socks, Gia?
Not anymore, but over the years, I've ended up with a lot of those socks, and then
Oh.
like,
Oh,
why do I have all
jeez.
these little grippy socks? You could
Yeah.
just use them once, like human Swiffers,
Yeah, yeah.
like just go
Uh-huh.
around your house to clean the
Mhm.
floor.
And then, yeah, consider them they've served their purpose.
They've done their time. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Good tip, Gia.
Yep. Anyway,
Uh,
okay, so now we've brought ourselves up to Monday
yeah.
today.
Mhm. So Lulu continues to get strong, and then
Who do you think's
like,
picking her up? That was our final.
I don't know, but I thought I saw some line somewhere that she and Maxie are working together. So I don't know if
Oh,
it's
wow.
Maxie. And I
That would
wish I
be
hadn't
fun.
seen that line, but I do like the idea of the
Yeah.
two of them together
That would be the
again.
caper we've been needing.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah.
would. A gal caper.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
like a caper? Like the food?
To bring it back.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that in our long time friendship. I don't know if I've ever
I don't
asked
know if
you.
I had a caper is the question. I don't know if I've had
Oh
a
yeah?
caper. Yeah. I feel
They're
like I
like
would
a
like to. Yeah. Are they salty, a little briny or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're like
Yeah.
kind of in the olive family, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So I don't, maybe I wouldn't like them. Or
Oh,
maybe I've had them and didn't like them enough to want to have them again.
do you not like olives?
Not so much, Gia.
What?
Oh no. This is it. That was the last time they did their podcast.
She
I don't
doesn't like
know.
olives.
They fought about all kinds of things and managed to pull it together,
Yeah,
but it was
and
it was
then it's
olives that finally did it.
well, my husband and I almost divorced over who's on a dime. Like that was like one of the biggest fights we've ever had. He was just so freaking smug about it, and he was right.
Poor Gia.
Well, you and
Oh,
I, our biggest fight was over Winona and
and
Wynonna. We found
Winona.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Judd versus Ryder. Yeah, that. I guess every friendship or relationship has one epic
That's
battle.
one of those. But I still
Yeah.
remember just kind of like fuming. I'm like, I can't believe it was
I
like
think
our worldview is so different, because
what was important.
I, I
Has it
think
really
like
changed?
I think I was talking about Winona.
The small, petite Winona
Yeah, and you
Ryder.
were talking about Winona, and I kept
Yeah,
saying like she's like a ballerina. She's like, she's like a tiny graceful.
like a China doll.
Yeah, and you kept
I'm like,
going back like
what?
you said,
Her calf is like my thigh. That's not.
I don't know. It took us like a couple days to realize we were talking about two different people, but anyway.
We were sharing an office though, so we had to
Yeah,
ultimately work through
yeah.
this.
I'm sure
Um,
the other professors in the other offices were enjoying it, but
we're probably like, who the
anyway,
hell are
well,
they talking about?
yeah, I'm sorry that you don't have, what is it, the sophisticated palate to enjoy all.
That must be it, Gia. Well, it's true. It's true. My palate is similar to that of an 8-year-old boy's. You know,
Uh,
but
anyway, okay.
and I
Um,
think I've mentioned that now I put salsa on everything. Have I mentioned that? Was that you? I
no,
was
well, that's
thinking about?
weird.
Yeah,
Salsa
that's
on
that. Well,
everything.
for like savory foods, or in other words, anything I'm eating, trying to eat for dinner, it usually
Yeah,
has no flavor, so I put some salsa on it,
salsa.
and that
I'm a
fixes
big
it.
fan of salsa. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I use a lot of Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh, do you like the heat? I
I
know
like
your husband
a
does.
mild heat. I can't use his stuff. Tabasco is about as hot as I can go, and medium
Okay,
salsa is about as hot as I can.
okay.
But
I'm gonna mention two words to you, and I want your response. Okay, your thoughtful response.
inner beauty. Is
Yeah,
that what
go
you're
with
gonna
that.
say?
What would you say if I said inner beauty? Is that what you're thinking of when you think of me? Maybe I'm ugly on the outside, but I've got the inner beauty.
It's actually the name of a hot sauce. It's really freaking hot. Okay, go ahead. What two words do you have?
Chili crisp.
I don't know what that is.
Ooh, I think you guys would like it. There's various brands, various sort of flavor
Is it
profiles,
a
I guess.
sauce or is it a potato chip or what?
Yeah, no, it's a kind of a sauce, but it's got stuff in it that makes it gives it some crunch. And I bought some because I keep seeing
Mm,
it in recipes these days. You can put it
chili
on
crisp.
anything
Okay.
like tofu, rice,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I'm sure we'd like it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So you'd find it in like the international aisle, I would say, like maybe around
All
the
right.
Asian food, Mexican food. Yeah. I
Okay,
think,
I'll check
yeah.
that out.
Chili crisp. Look for that.
Could we put it on our Thanksgiving meal? Because that's what we've got coming up next.
Yeah, I think you could probably find some excuse to put it on like your
Put it on your
potatoes or whatever,
sweet
you know.
potato.
Yeah,
Like
sure, sure. Yeah.
go Tex-Mex sweet potato. Weird.
Have you
Yeah.
seen that YouTube show? Is it called Hot Ones? It's hosted by a guy. Oh, shoot, I gotta find the title of
That's
it.
really, really helpful.
Hot Ones hosted by a guy. What else do you need to know? Um, it's a show. It's called Hot Ones.
Okay.
And it's on. You can see it on YouTube. And it's a
Oh,
guy he's a really like he seems like just a regular guy, but he asks really good, thoughtful questions of his guests while he's having them work their way up the whatever that scale is. What's the scale of heat? Heat?
Scoville.
Yeah, yeah. So he's
Yeah.
got wings or whatever they've chosen to eat, I guess, with
Oh,
like
okay. Well, I have seen. I mean, I've seen the people doing the wing thing, doing the hotter and
yeah,
hotter, hotter wings. Yeah, which is
yes.
weirdly enjoyable to watch
It
people
is like
try
he
to
had
do it.
Seth Meyers on. You know, he's had a lot of
Yeah,
good people
yeah.
on, and so yeah, that's a fun show, especially like with your husband who likes the heat.
He loves, and he likes the hot chicken wings too. Like
Yeah,
he frequently brings them home and adds stuff to them to make
yeah,
them hotter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
He
understand
sometimes
that.
will, like, when he heats things on the stove, like, I have to
Mhm.
leave because I will start having a coughing response to
Uh-huh.
the pepper, because, like, when you
Uh-huh.
heat the stuff on the stove, I'm
The
like,
steam
"Jesus,
or
you're trying
whatever.
to kill
Yeah.
me." Yeah, which maybe he is. Could be.
Try again, sir. She's on to you.
You better pack a lunch.
Uh,
Okay. Oh, we've strayed far away again. Jesus. All right. What else
gee,
do we have
okay.
today? So,
All right. Well, so we have Cyrus who wants
yeah,
to take Lulu to South Carolina to kill her, I guess, or at
I
least to make
guess
it
we
look
don't.
like she's
What the hell? We don't know what's up there. We don't know.
yeah. And so if she is safely away from Turning Woods, or then I don't know. I don't know how that's going to look. Trying to figure out how to take Cyrus down. It shouldn't be that hard, right?
Yeah, as I stated earlier, I lament
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they're just turning him back into a raging lunatic bad guy, that won't be as
Yeah.
interesting as him trying to ingratiate himself to into Laura's life,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Right.
becoming the sort of, because getting sort of like a grudging half acceptance from her, I thought.
She was trying so hard to be fair.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
really testing her limits, and he probably could have continued to sort of exploit her
yeah.
willingness to give people a chance.
But this pulling this kind of prank where he's going to try and kill Lulu, that's really going to,
Yeah.
I don't, even Laura can't overlook that.
No, and I think if she had a choice between believing Lulu and believing Cyrus, I'm pretty sure she'd side with
Yeah,
Lulu,
yeah.
even if
And
she's just coming out of a coma.
we've seen no indication from Lulu that she's lost her memory, or I guess we don't
Right,
really know yet, but
right.
if she's
Yeah,
got
that's
the
true.
wherewithal to know who Cyrus is, then she must
Yep,
have retained some sense of who she is.
yep,
Um,
yep. Mm-hmm.
and we had the little helpful flashbacks that
Yeah,
reminded us that apparently they were enemies, although I have no memory of that.
I don't either. Yeah.
But that's not shocking to anyone out there.
No,
So
no, it's not. No. Mm-mm. I'm not sure why it was a little shocking to me,
yeah, yeah,
but I didn't remember
didn't remember that. Yeah.
because that happens on a daily basis.
So that was a big stuff happening today. We had the
Yeah.
continuation of the Curtis
Yes.
Michael
Yes.
Drew thing, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Jordan is in the loop now. Yeah, you kind of mentioned that
yeah,
all of Drew's allies are going to slowly,
yeah, I think they're gonna find their stomachs are
yeah,
turning when they
they're going to barf.
realize what
Yeah.
a what a um what a heel he is. Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
barf, I had a funny thought today. I made a new batch of cat. I didn't make. I grew a new batch of cat grass for my cat.
Okay. Uh-huh.
It's beautiful. I can't remember the brand. It's just some kind of wheatgrass. And anyway,
Uh-huh.
she gets so excited when I bring it in. So I brought it in today fresh, and like I wished I'd had a video because I
Oh.
swear it wasn't even. It was maybe like 8 seconds in, and she ate the grass and she barfed immediately. I was like,
Oh.
they should do a
Oh.
commercial. Like it like exactly what it's supposed to do.
Really? That's what it's
Yeah.
supposed to do? Oh, okay.
Well, it's supposed to help them clear hairballs and stuff,
Oh,
because
okay. I see. Uh-huh.
she's not in the wild eating the grass and stuff. So,
Yeah, okay.
but
Okay.
I thought that would have been a funny commercial for cat food. I
Yeah.
thought
Well,
fast
next time.
acting, like
Oh.
your
Oh,
kitty
dear.
doesn't barf. Well, it probably barfs outside if it does.
Yeah, I guess once in a while he does, but yeah, he does. He does eat grass outside.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
sorry, that was gross and off topic.
Well, that could
That'd
be
be
our
a good T-shirt
tagline.
for me. Huh? That'd be a good
A
T-shirt
table
for
at
me,
the
wouldn't it?
Tano, gross and off
Yeah,
topic.
gross and off topic.
A good T-shirt for you, gross and
Yeah,
off topic.
gross and off topic. Generally gross and off topic. Yeah. Um,
Oh
and
boy.
dressed inappropriately.
Oh, poor Gia. Yeah.
What else did we have?
Well,
What
we
else?
had the trial, which
Oh, the trial. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and that
Uh,
was, I don't know, that was not very interesting, I didn't think.
I thought everybody looked good. I was
Okay.
struck by the somber outfits and the drama in just everybody's general look. Ava, of course, is just glowingly beautiful at all times. Don't you think they've got her hair very straight and long right now, and
Yep, yep,
her cheekbones are like marble. I know
yeah.
I'd say that about Elizabeth too, but there's something
It's all
whatever
true.
highlighting they do with their makeup on her is very
And it's
effective.
just good bone structure all day long,
Yep,
you know?
yep. And
Yeah.
I might have to look up her. I liked her like necklace. I liked the whole
Uh-huh.
all the outfits. I
Yeah.
thought Trina looked very cute in her serious little bow tie
Yeah.
thing that
And
she
that
had.
reminds me, I thought we had a sweet scene between Trina and Geo.
Oh
Was
yeah,
that
that was cute. The
Friday or
dancing around.
today?
Yeah, I think that was Friday.
I think so.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
think I
what
like Geo.
I like him too. He's like everybody's golden retriever though. I like when is he gonna get a story?
Yeah, he needs a story, but I just like he's got a nice gentle way, you know.
He's like a good big brother or something.
Well,
Yeah.
he's also the kind of guy you'd like in a partner, I think, because he listens, you know, and he's supportive, and he just
Do you
seems like
do you think they're setting up a choice there
yeah,
for Trina between Geo and
I think
Kai?
so, and I think Gio's going to get hurt because Kai seems like sort of the more interesting, you know, person maybe to Trina because you know she's like Gio's right there, you know, it's kind of too
Right.
easy.
That's what I mean because he's like got that brotherly vibe and
Yeah. And Kai seems like a good guy too. We don't know much about him yet.
yeah,
So,
right.
you
Yeah.
know, but Gio deserves happiness, I guess is what I'm saying.
And we've had such big hints about a backstory about his parentage and everything, but
Yeah.
they just keep putting him on the back burner and letting him be this
Yeah.
supporting role.
Yeah. Mhm.
And what
Yeah.
did he do? Oh, he played the violin at the service, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I
Yes, he
almost said
did.
fiddle, but I think it's the violin when you play it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless
Depends on
it's
your
like Devil Went Down to Georgia and then it's a fiddle.
then it's a fiddle. Yeah, or if you're wearing an outfit like you enjoy, then it's always going to be a fiddle,
Always going to be a fiddle to me.
regardless of what you're
Yeah.
playing.
Always a fiddle to me. Um, on the music topic, you
Mhm.
gave me the gift of a few months of Netflix, which I'm enjoying. So I
Mhm.
um I started watching. I'm almost done with this documentary about the making of the "We Are the World" song. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
uh-huh. Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so that's interesting if people are,
Is it?
and it's
Okay.
not something I was ever like, oh, I love that song or anything, but
Yeah.
just to be reminded of the zeitgeist of the time.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Gia.
What?
I was driving to the bookstore on Saturday morning
Yeah,
and somebody on the radio was talking about something and he used the word zeitgeist and he used it so
yeah.
effortlessly and I thought to myself, ooh, I would love to ask Gia if she can incorporate the word zeitgeist into our next podcast. Because remember,
Well, you must
we
have
used to
sent
do
me
that.
that subliminally. You must have sent me that
Yeah,
word
and there
subliminally.
you go.
Yeah.
I can't believe that because I thought that would be really hard to do, you know.
Oh no, I'm a huge fan of zeitgeist. I've got I've got loads of it.
You got it locked and loaded at all times. Okay. But that was amazing. Sorry, maybe not to
No,
anybody but me, but that was amazing.
it's amazing that I can use a word properly every now and then. But
No, not that part, but just that word of all the words in the world, you know.
yeah, no, that I must have caught the vibe.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay. Anyway,
great.
sorry, Gia, go ahead.
Anyway, people might enjoy that. I'm just recommending it. But I
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
realize like they did that song all in one night, like after everybody had been together for some big music awards thing, American Music Awards.
Oh, right,
So they're
right.
like, oh,
Uh-huh.
perfect. Everybody will already be there, so they were
Yeah. Uh-huh.
after the award show, they all like crammed them into the studio and kept them
Huh.
like all night long doing this.
Wow.
Like,
Huh.
and Waylon Jennings like gave up on it. Stevie Wonder was trying to work in some verse in Swahili, and Waylon Jennings was like, "I am
I'm
out,"
out.
and he left.
Yeah, why would you listen to Stevie Wonder, you know?
Well, yeah, but they're all like they've been there. It's like 4 a.m, and Stevie Wonder's like coming up with this new idea, and they're like,
Oh,
"Wait!" They're all arguing about it, and he's like,
wow. Wow.
out, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And
Imagine being like somebody who was not quite famous enough to be invited, but you're there at the award show and watch everybody leave for this project,
for this, oh yeah, yeah. Well, and there was a set. I don't want to ruin it though. Are you gonna watch it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
Well,
no,
then
I might.
I'll
I
tell
might.
you.
But not anytime soon. I'll have forgotten.
You will. Okay. So they've got Sheila E. there.
Oh, I like Sheila E.
Yeah, 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 but she later in the interview is telling trying to get Prince to come. They're trying to, and they can't get him,
Uh-huh.
and they want her to call him, and she realizes that that or she thinks she senses they invited her just
Just
as a
to,
to
oh,
lure Prince there, and she feels
bastards.
kind of used, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
and he
that's
doesn't
terrible.
come, and he doesn't
Yeah.
come, yeah,
Oh, man.
so that's a little sad.
That is sad.
But I don't know if
Gosh.
it's true or not, but she felt that. So
Yeah, I trust your gut, Sheila. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that song,
It's like
Glamorous Life.
but anyway, it's kind of fun. And everybody looks so terribly young, and it's just
Yeah.
sort of fun to look
Yeah.
back on it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Oh, well.
that's my little recommendation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what else did we have that we want to talk about from today? Just yeah, a lot of trial.
A lot of
Um,
trial. And so we know now, I guess, sort of explicitly that Christina remembers what really happened and is lying. She's not just
is
like
that how
sort of.
you take it?
I think
Like,
so. When she saw what happened in her mind, she saw the flashback, and it seemed
yeah,
like she should have recognized every step of the way that, it was the bag, it was stepping backwards, and like sort of like the
well,
pulling
I
away,
mean,
sort of.
but Ava does lay her hand on her, and
She does, but it's not a push, right? It's from like trying to like pull away from her that sets her sort of moving
I guess
backwards.
so, right? Yeah, yeah.
I
I don't
think.
know. Is it a like? Would Christina see that as like, I know she didn't push me and I'm lying, or would Christina have that sort of justified in her mind?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
well, that's what I was sort of debating with myself. If she somehow has sort of spun it in her head
right? I
in
guess
a
that's what I
way.
mean. Is like people can convince themselves of anything, and maybe she's
Yeah,
spinning it in her
yeah,
own mind in a protective
right,
manner.
right. Yeah,
Because it's so
possibly, I
awful.
guess. Yeah, maybe, but it seems clear that she trips over that bag, which is what
Yeah.
really sort of caused the fall, right?
I mean, well, ultimately, and nobody. This is like the elephant in the room that
Yeah,
nobody
the
is going to
window.
bring up is
Yeah,
the window.
yeah,
And I guess we're just gonna like suspend our disbelief about
yeah,
reality, because in
yeah,
reality that wouldn't have been the
yeah.
kind of window pane you would have had in a hotel
Right,
room up that high over a pool. Like, it just wouldn't.
right.
But I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat in the end and be like, and next we're calling Carly Corinthos because
Yeah, see,
her
Rick
hotel.
could have done that,
Yeah.
right? Rick could have blamed it on the window.
Well, yeah, in reality, it's like if somebody were having a fight in a hotel room and got
Hmm.
shoved,
Yep.
you shouldn't be able to bust through glass that easily.
No. Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah. So he's
so,
not a
but
great lawyer.
I think I think we're just supposed to like absorb that as soap opera viewers and be like,
Yeah.
in the real world, we know that the window would be
Right.
in question.
Yeah.
like, and if it were like a Motel 6 or something where somebody like just cut corners and,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't, I'm
Mhm.
not throwing Motel 6 under the bus. I'm sure their windows are fine, but
And aren't they usually like one or two stories? So,
yeah, yeah, they're
no harm, no
yeah,
foul if you
yeah.
fly under the window.
I'm sure people do.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was glad they kept showing that flashback because I was like, in my mind, it really wasn't clear
Hmm.
what happened, but it's like, it's clearly not a shove. It's not a
Right.
shove,
Right.
but it
Right.
is a hand on her. It is hands
Yeah.
on, you know.
That's true. Hmm.
But Christina trips.
Hmm.
Um, So I'm siding unbelievably with Rick in that it is a tragic accident,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
and the hotel owes somebody about piles and piles of money, basically.
Piles of money. Yes. Hmm.
But so I don't know. I don't know how. I just I think tomorrow we're gonna see Rick tear Christina apart on the stand, and that'll be painful to watch.
Yeah. I'm sure that's true. Yeah.
And I just want somebody to stand up and say, "Does anybody remember John Jagger case?" You know.
I don't think that's going to happen for you,
You
Gia.
think they're just gonna let that whole storyline drop and just like it's just gonna go away? Never
It's it's seeming
in
that
the
way.
annals of Port Charles history?
Yeah, unless they somehow like pull like another character like his child, out of the woodwork and build a new story, like rewrite some more
Yeah,
history or whatever,
yeah.
I don't know, but it's not looking good for him.
Uh, yeah. I guess not.
I'm sorry.
I find that so annoying. I just find it annoying that the writing is that sloppy
Yeah,
copy, you know. I mean,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
I still haven't forgotten Austin, for God's sakes.
I know. I know. Austin, that was a major loss for us.
Not so much Austin, but Roger, what's his name?
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, he's
We
awesome.
don't even would we don't know what he's up to? Do we know what he's doing?
Well, there were always rumors. Like every time somebody leaves, there's rumors that they're going to show up on another show. I don't
Another
I don't
show. Yeah.
think that's happened yet with him.
All right. Well, I hope he reappears somewhere because I liked
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've really hit our time limit and we've wasted a lot of it talking about capers and stuff. I apologize.
Capers
Ticks.
were that was the least of
Capers is
it.
on me. Ticks is on you. Anything
Yeah.
X-rated, that's on you.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm sorry everybody.
Anyway, are we doing this on Thanksgiving? Do we
Although I was
have?
going to ask you because I don't think there's not going to be a new or is there? Is that when they have pizza? Do they have a real time Thursday episode?
They probably don't on the
Yeah, maybe
day
not.
of, but we
I was
have.
thinking we could do Wednesday maybe if it looks like there's going to be a repeat or something on Thursday.
We could have a Tuesday. We'll have Tuesday and Wednesdays. We could talk
Yeah,
about it on
yeah,
Thursday.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. So we'll do one of those two things. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a lovely evening and
You too, Gia.
maybe go do a full body check.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you in a couple days.
All righty. Good night.
Okay. See ya.